Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, today I am going to show you the solutions of revision assignment 1, part 2, which contains the solution of question 9 to 14 of grade 10th of subject mathematics. So, let us start today's lecture. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, solutions of revision assignment 1 part 2, which contains solutions of question number 9 to 14 of chapter number 2 polynomials and chapter number 3 a pair of linear equations in two variables. Children, here is question number 9. Do the following pair of linear equation have no solution? You have to justify your answers. There are two questions, two parts given in this question. So let us see its solution. Children, everyone is aware with the condition of no solution that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. So when the given equations are compared with the generalized form of a pair of linear equation, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So I have got a1 is equal to 2, a2 is equal to 6, b1 is equal to 4, b2 is equal to 12, c1 is equal to minus 3 and c2 is equal to minus 6. So when these values, you can see, children, when they are inserted over here, so the condition of no solution is going to be satisfied. So we can say that given pair of linear equation has no solution. In the same manner, children, I have solved the second part also. Please match the solution carefully. If still you are unable to understand, then we can discuss these solutions in live session also. Here you just see this is P upon Q upon R form. So P will remain as it is and we have to take the reciprocal of Q upon R. So it would become 1 into 3 by 2. That is 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. So here the given pair of linear equation is not going to show no solution. In fact, the lines are coinciding each other and there will be infinitely many solutions. Now children, this is question number 10th, in which you have to show both the lines, you have to represent both the lines graphically and you have to tell whether they are going to produce consistent system of a linear equation or not. In consistent system, you know, children, if I am going to draw both of these lines while plotting the coordinates related to these lines, so definitely I have to check whether they are intersecting or they are coinciding, because in intersecting, you know that there will be one solution existence and then the system will be called consistent, and for infinitely many solution also the system will be called consistent. Along with it, we have to tell the coordinates of the point where the graph of the equation meet the y-axis. So let us have a look on its solution. Children, as you know that we have to go for the graphical representation. So here are the coordinates. Please check whether you have also made the same coordinates or not. These are the coordinates of equation 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. And these are the coordinates of equation x minus y is equal to 5. After that, children, you may have plotted these coordinates on the Cartesian plane. Here you can see that this line to what I am indicating is 3x plus 5y is equal to 15 and this line is x minus y is equal to 5. Both of these lines are intersecting. It means there will be unique solution existence. If solution is unique, it means the system will be consistent. So first part we have proved. Okay. And one more thing is asked, that where both of these lines are going to be intersect y-axis. So children, you can see that line 3x plus 5y is equal to 15 is going to intersect at point 0, 3 and x minus y is equal to 5 is going to intersect y-axis at 0, minus 5. Got it? Please check your solution. If there is any mistake, then rectify your error. The same thing I have spoken, that two straight lines intersect at the point 5, 0. So it means this will be the solution for them. As the solution is unique, then the system of equation will be consistent. So from the graph it is clear that the lines are going to meet y-axis at 0, 3 and 0, minus 5. Now children, let us switch to question number 11. While looking these pair of linear equation, children, you can easily judge as the variable is at denominator place. So it means we will have to assume it so that we can convert it into generalized form. That is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So children, can you judge which method we are going to adopt? Correct. We are going to adopt a reducible form, reducing a pair of linear equation to another pair of linear equation, which is actually the generalized form. So here you can see that 1 upon x minus 1 is present in first equation and 1 upon x minus 1 is present in another equation. So let us assume it as u. Similarly, 1 upon y minus 2 will be considered as v. Now we have got 6u minus 3v is equal to 1 as equation number 3 and 5u plus v is equal to 2 as equation number 4. Then children, after that I have applied substitution method, elimination method. In that method, you know that I am going to make the numerical coefficient of either of the two variables same. So I multiplied equation number 4 by 3 so that here also 3v will occur, and after that I will be adding both the equations. So through this children, you can see that I have got u is equal to 1 by 3. But what was my assumption? I assumed u is equal to 1 upon x minus 1. So 1 upon x minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3. So x is equal to 4. Now children, using this value of u, I am going to put this value in equation number 3. And here you can see that I have got v also. But I do not want answer in u and v. I want it in x and y. So let us substitute it in this expression. So children, here you can see that after substituting the value of v in this expression, I have got y is equal to 5. So x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5 is the right answer. Now children, let us switch to question number 13. Determine the value of m and n if the equations are going to produce infinitely many solutions. So here are the equations. Let us see its solution. So children, for infinitely many solutions, you know that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. And while comparing the given equations by the generalized form of a pair of linear equation, I have got these very values of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. Now children, as you know that I have to get the value of m and n. If I am going to equate this expression, that is 2m minus 1 upon 3 is equal to 5 upon 2, then definitely I can get the value of m. Similarly, while equating expression number 2 and 3 equal, I can get the value of n. So let us check the solution further. So here are first expression and third expression put equal. So I have got the value of m as 17 upon 4. Children, please check, have you got the same value? While putting expression number 2 and 3 equal, I have got n is equal to 11 upon 5. Now children, just look at the last solution of today's assignment. That is, the sum of two numbers is 8. Determine the numbers if the sum of their reciprocals is 8 upon 15. Children, what do you mean by reciprocal? Reciprocal means whatever term is given at the numerator, that would become denominator. and whatever term is given at denominator, that would come at the place of numerator. Means suppose if the number is x upon y, then y upon x is the reciprocal of x upon y. Got it? So here is the solution of this question. Let the numbers be x and y. The sum of the number, that is x plus y, is equal to 8. This is given. The sum of their reciprocal. The reciprocal of x will be 1 upon x plus reciprocal of y will be 1 upon y is equal to 8 upon 15. So children, here I have adopted substitution method of solving a pair of linear equation. I got the value of x from equation number 1 and substituted it in equation number 2. So children, here you can see the solution. Please check each and every step which is done by you in your mathematics homework notebook. So after taking common, I have got minus 8 I have taken as common. So I have got y square minus 8y plus 15 is equal to 0. So let us factorize it. Then I have got y square minus 5y minus 3y plus 15 is equal to 0. Because sum should be minus 8 and product should be 15. So here are two values of y is equal to 3 and y is equal to 5. If children there are two values of y, so definitely there will be two values of x as well. I am going to substitute the value of y in this expression, that is x is equal to 8 minus y. So I have got if y is equal to 3, x is equal to 5. If y is equal to 5, x is equal to 3. Children, I hope this solution video will definitely help you to check the solutions which are done by you in mathematics homework notebook. If you face any problem in any of the point, then you can discuss that problem with me in your doubt session, or you can even WhatsApp also your problem, or you can even give me the call also. Understood children? So that's it for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.